Hi everybody. So I was asked to make a video about mortgages and specifically how to calculate the interest rate you're to use in the annuity. Now, the problem with mortgages in Canada and just kind of using a regular present value of an annuity formula is this 3.9% annual rate on a fixed mortgage compounds semi-annually. And this is by law. So that means that every year there's 2 periods at 3.9%. So if we're trying to figure out a monthly payment for 20 years, we need to find an equivalent percentage rate. Now the way we do that is we say, okay, well 3.9% annually on every dollar is going to earn 1 plus 0.039 over 2 because it's semi-annually to the power $2. So that's how much interest is going to be earned and how much principal remains after $1 is invested for 1 year because there's 2 periods. So we need to find the equivalent monthly rate. I'm just going to use, again, $1 because we're going to be borrowing the same amount. These ones really don't matter. But I'm going to say, okay, I want 12 monthly payments. So this is going to be my rate monthly divided by 12. And because there's 12 of these payments in a year, it's to the power 12. So now the question becomes, can I solve for RM? And I absolutely can. So I'll take out my calculator and I will calculate this side. 1 plus 0.039 divided by 2 to the power 2. And it works out to be 1.03938. And there's a bunch more decimals, and it is important to carry those decimals through. So I am going to keep the answer recorded in my calculator and not delete it. Now this is equal to 1 plus RM over 12 to the power 12. So now the question becomes, how do I get rid of this power of 12? Because if I want RM alone, I have to get rid of the power 12 and then get rid of 1 and then get rid of dividing by 12. So what I'll do is I'll take the 12th root of both sides. So the 12th root of both sides will cause my 12s to cancel. And I'll just be left with 1 plus RM, or my monthly rate, over 12. Now to calculate the 12th root, you may have to use the button on your calculator that looks like this. It may have a Y underneath it. Anyways, you may have to type like 12 and then this button and then 1.039 blah 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 blah. That may be what you have to type in your calculator, or alternatively you can simply whatever 1.039 blah 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 was, you could raise that to the power 1 over 12 because of what we know from rational exponents. So I'm going to take the 12th root of this and it gets really close to 1, 1.00322 3, and it keeps on going further. Now I'll subtract 1 from both sides. And I'll have RM equals 0.0032223, and it keeps going further and further. I'll back my camera up just a hair. And this is still divided by 12, so multiplying both sides by 12 gives me my monthly rate. So my monthly rate is 0.03868686868 and then 497. Now, if your sale price of your house is in the hundreds of thousands, you probably want to keep your decimals down to the hundreds of thousands or further so that way you don't run into issues with rounding. So now when we do our mortgage calculation, this will be our monthly rate or our annual rate that we'll use in our present value formula. So you would have your present value formula. Your present value is equal to your payment. Sorry, present value is equal to your payment times 1 minus 1 plus R. And here we're going to use our R monthly over 12. To the power negative, and this is going to be 20 because 20 years times 12. And this will all be over our monthly divided by 12. So we'll calculate our down payment of 5%, and that will go in for PV, and we'll later on solve for R. I'm not going to finish the rest of that part in this video. I just wanted to show you the part about equalizing your interest rates. This needs to be done before calculating mortgages because the difference between 0.386 and 0.039 is significant. At least it's significant over 20 years on $310,000.